You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Drawn or Alive and Dynamite in the Brain. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
It's Niall.
Yeah, how are you?
And it's me, Brian. And we're on week 1 of Where is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? But more importantly,
Go to watch 26.
We got a trailer for the next part.
Yeah.
So we know it's been made, or mostly been made. We just need a time and a date.
Certain scenes, certain a vertical slice has been animated.
Yes.
As long as everyone remembers not to blame David Productions. It's someone else's fault. I think probably the place was
harebrained producers, perhaps.
I'm not sure. I think it might be that this is hell, but I don't think it's a bad way of putting it out, to be honest. It's just not communicated very well.
Like if they said there's going to be like one episode roughly on a monthly schedule, or some on some schedule, any schedule, that would be great.
Yeah, just something like like parse it out like this if you want. Like again, you could do the OVA experience, but do it right. You don't need to necessarily like leave it away. This is like a signed art project. Then just plan it out and do it that way. That could be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the feeling because we've got a trailer with some ad footage of the next story in it that probably is ready to go. Because
my one thought though is that good lot of these arcs might take more than one installment, let's say, to properly resolve or clear. So you can wait 3 months on a cliffhanger.
Or they're going to be really long episodes. Because it's a bit like how the Ranma trailer this time wasn't footage of the entire series. It was just footage of one arc, which makes me think that one's further away. Whereas if these are just doing one big lump at a time, I'm fairly safe we're going to see that big lump soon. Terrible thing to call pick your favourite JoJo's character from that part. We get introduced to a new big lump in You and I Are Polar Opposites later, amongst loads of other characters. Detective Conan episode. This is anime March the 21st to March the 26th,
Not including JoJo's. Yes.
Not including JoJo's. We are including the episode of You and I Are Polar Opposites, which I thought did not go out last week, but did go out last week. The problem was the timestamp on Crunchyroll said a week later, which confused me, and I can no longer trust it because there was another thing that confused me on last week.
Yep. You're going to need to look up when it aired on like Wikipedia rather than on Crunchyroll where it's supposed to come out.
I'm going to have to go back set your subscription to not auto-renew later this year. I can recommend doing that.
That is getting increasingly thing as the app gets buggier somehow. I'm going
to have to go back to the old spreadsheet format we used to use.
That's fine.
But it used to keep me track of all these things. Starting off with Detective Conan, episode 1194, Kid versus Hakuba, the Azure Throne, part 2, in which our cliffhanger was, I think you're Kaito Kid. Hakuba had accurately determined. But Kid proves himself as a detective by relating this case to another case. And Hakuba's like, okay, well, I guess that's enough for me to cast aside my suspicions for now.
I like he literally points out my thing. I was like, yeah, you could shoot yourself in the head with a silencer, even though it would be difficult, like cites another case that he is aware of. And I was just like, okay, it's a good thing he's not going to be caught so easily by a thing. And also his plan of covering over Conan's mouth is just like, no, he's not a detective character, but he is a smart cookie, is Kaito Kid. So we're grand. So far.
We discover that the victim had gone into the room earlier, but only for 10 seconds. He got in and come back out again. And that was the point at which I think I know how to do this. And then I remembered, that's because you've read the manga, Brian. You
remember the story. Okay.
I don't not necessarily remember the story, but clearly I had seen how they figured it out.
I remember things, though. Pretty smart.
Yeah, I could figure it out when I've already been told. And what's the next bit? I know the final bit spark the suspicion. They go to the wife for a bit as well.
They talk to the three suspects. It couldn't have been any of the other guys in full body suits for some fucking reason. I think they established that all the guards and all of them were all in the same place when the lights went out, and they all kept tabs on each other. I think that's the way to say it. But those three, his assistant, I think he's the accountant who is probably having an affair with your man's wife, are the three suspects.
The secretary he is, yeah.
Secretary, sorry, yeah. But yeah, with the wife, I think it's like what's the information she gives away about him? It's like, why isn't he wearing his glasses in these photos? Because one of the photos on the desk was put down, and myself and the wife together. And they kind of lift up. It's like, oh, he's not wearing his glasses and that. And she's like, yeah, he usually wears contacts. And it's like, but why was he wearing glasses today? Kind of thing. It's like, okay, that's an odd kind of situation. And according to the other guy's story, the assistant, the reason he lost his voice is because he knew he was having trouble with the missus, and they're probably going to get divorced, and everything's going to go to shit. So I thought I'd think about the karaoke. Fucker loves karaoke. He sings his fucking heart out, and he did. And he also lost his glasses because he got so fucking rat-arsed. So he was wearing contacts, and I was like, but he was wearing his glasses today. Again, incongruities are starting to add up, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then it's the thing which tips Conan off is the way the
he lost his contacts. That's why he's wearing glasses. Is what I meant to say. Yeah, yes. I'm saying it backwards.
Because then the thing which tips mouth is not working today. The thing that tips. I wanted to use my mouth allowance up at work.
The thing that tips Conan off.
The thing that tips Conan off is that the secretary is holding his hands in the same way that the president is holding his hands in the video footage.
Yeah, it's like, aha, Jacques, you're left-handed, or was the president left-handed? Regardless, he's the opposite-handedness to the thing, because people naturally...
It's like holding your hands in front of themselves in the correct
when you put your hands down, that's like when you fold your arms, your dominant hand tends to be the hand on top, and you're the one tends to be the one on bottom. And it's like, and that is the opposite-handedness to whatever the president was, based on other photos. Yeah,
and he's like, oh, that could be anybody could have those hands over their heads. And they say, yeah, you put because he got a hood up on the thing, so we just gone. He'd come back out with a false mustache and the guy's glasses.
It's a good thing that guy had grown a very fake mustache in his life.
Yes.
For this purpose of getting murdered. Don't grow a mustache, kids. That's the lesson.
Not a big back bushy one, which looks like a fake mustache for sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if I did it, how did I carry him over to the throne? And Hakuba's, well, let me tell you a thing about a fireman carry, kids. This is a fun thing for you to learn. Because I remember
this guy was like when interviewing him, it came up that he was a fireman years ago, but because they were trying to establish like who would find it scary, like this skybox, like, and he wouldn't because he's a fireman, so he's not scared of heights. And he's like, yeah, but that was like I had to retire because I think he fucked something up or something like that, or throw out his back. I don't know. He fucked up something. But the fireman's carry is bend the knees while they're lying down, step on their toes, which is why his boots were scuffed. That's an important clue. And kind of leverage him up,
roll them across your shoulders.
Yeah, you're rolling them using their own kind of leg action to get them onto your shoulders. And he's demonstrating this on Kaito Kid, or in disguise, Kaito Kid. Yeah.
Shinichi, Kaito, yes. And then the funny part is, for the rest of the episode, Hakuba carries on carrying Shinichi on his shoulder.
While he's doing the rest of the explanation, is like, and so you know how to do a fireman's carry. So here's what you did. You went, hey, there's a fucking thing over there. I want you to look at, Mr. President. And he's like, what? And you shot him in the back of the fucking head. Then you put on your fake mustache and went, hey, can I just have 10 seconds? I just want to check a thing as the president, but putting on his fake hoarse voice. And your man's like, okay. Closes the door. Fireman carries his body over the chair, dumps him in the chair, and then stands in front of the camera, blocking where the chair is, like specifically blocking the view of it the whole fucking time, so that you can't see that he's done this switch 'em kind of magic trick thing. But yeah, it all kind of lines up and all kind of thing. And he's doing his explanation with Shinichi. It was like, can you put me down now? It's like, no, I'm still, give me a second. I'm still giving the explanation. So yeah.
And then his explanation is, why are you still carrying me? I'm going to carry you straight to the Metropolitan Police. Kind of You're under arrest.
Gotcha, motherfucker. Yeah. What's it that set him off that he figured it was Kaito Kid? Because he seems to have been thrown off the scent at several stages, but I'm trying to think what the clue is that it's Kaito Kid.
Everything we learned, what we learned for Hakuba is we know that Ran has figured him out because he mentioned the wrong cheek for the kiss.
It's when he escapes your man's shoulders by I think like leaning over and handcuffing his feet together is basically while being fireman carried. So runs out, throws down a smoke bomb. He runs out and says to Ran, "It's like, trying to something he says about getting kissed on the wrong fucking cheek, like he touched the wrong cheek." And Ran's like, "Gotcha, motherfucker!" But he has a false arm or false hand,
yes.
I guess. So she has grabbed his false hand, and again he escapes via I think smoke bombs again, like a lot of smoke bomb usage, I guess.
Is that he hadn't altered his note to mention the body? So he must have put it there when you came in, Conan, and then he convinced you he was innocent by letting you check his sleeves for gunpowder. I'm just checking the manga here to remind myself what it is. But then Hakuba is like, and then you called Jimmy Kudo. Oh, sorry, this is what it's. I'm reading the manga, so I've got the stupid name here. Shinichi Kudo for help. That's what you did, Conan, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I did. That definitely happened.
Conan is shitting in brick, going like, "Oh fuck, he knows! Oh fuck, he knows I'm Shinichi, and that guy isn't Shinichi." And it's like, "Oh, you think I was on the phone to Shinichi? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what happened." Fuck, yes. It's a good thing this guy's kind of a dumb detective in some regards.
Yeah, and Ran's like, "I can't believe Shinichi would have helped Kid," and the Hakuba goes, "Oh, Ran, you don't understand detectives. When there's a mystery, we've just got to solve it. It's what our brains are for." And then Conan's going, he doesn't care about this at all. He's just going, breathing a massive sigh of relief. That
I mean, it's weird that he's breathing such a sigh of relief, because this guy's been trying to hit on Ran as much as he can while also trying to solve a mystery.
And also while carrying Kaito Kid over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Ostensibly her actual boyfriend, even though she's figured it out. I like the fact that she's figured it out because
it doesn't make her out to be stupid, basically. Yeah,
no,
unlike all the cops and everyone else who shows up to the crime scene.
Because there's a little too much of that happens in the movies, which obviously are not necessarily canon, but there's an awful lot of please pretend to be me, Kaito Kid, going on, or Kaito Kid just taking it upon himself to pretend to be Shinichi. Sometimes for crime purposes, sometimes just to mess with him. Right, and then we'll go back into our hibernation and wait for another canon episode to show itself. Nothing here to advance any of the big meta plots, which is probably why they could rearrange it from the last episode.
Sherlock Holmes shows up again. That's about the main canon thing.
That's it. Yes, and that's a Kid thing. And I guess because now Kid's story takes place in Conan. Now he doesn't have his own comic. It has to continue here. Then we got Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, episode 24. I wouldn't mind dying today. In which we'll have a big old fight.
Everyone gets their licks in that, and you see why there's like in the ending credits, like why there's like so much space left here for that one shot where like the little takoyaki man is run down the pier. It's like, it's because for this episode in particular, we're gonna play every song they have, everybody's theme gets played.
I mean, to be fair, they often do that in the episodes themselves, where it's like, all right, now Tackle's gonna fight, and then Tackle's theme starts playing, and then like Rider Man shows up, and he's gonna do something, and then Rider Man's theme plays. But everyone's theme plays because everyone gets something to do. It's fantastic, yeah.
Yes, because very much changed from the manga, where pretty much only Tojima gets something to do, and only Batman gets something to do, and everyone else has to watch. Whereas now, the combat girls get involved, various other people get involved, everybody gets to have a fight, except the one guy who's already been beaten up who has to watch on the sidelines.
He was still trying, though. I was like, I could get stuck in there.
He gave it a go. And as they point out, it's like, dude, you're beat up to shit. Are you sure you want to go in first? He's like, I fucking called it.
It's like catch my breath. I'm good.
I guess the only people who don't get any licks in is Thunder Raiko, because she's unconscious in a corridor currently, and Spider-Man, who's watching bemusedly this entire situation, which is a funny way for him to do it. You can see his character growth of him just like calling out Batman partway through. It was like, oh, you're gonna fucking run like a little fucking coward? Okay.
And we also get a flashback to Tojima's flashback, because this is where that flashback happens in the comic, I believe. Imagine in the comic, you've had no context for this maniac and the drive he has up until this point.
I don't mind them pre-doing that rather than doing it right at the end here. Yeah.
Well, that does feed into this. Like you have a pang of sympathy from the off when you put it that way. Or
yes.
This guy's just like he's got nothing else going on. Why is he doing this? What's his reason for doing this? You know?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can reach
even Luffy's got a dream, so there's a reason to doing this.
Because yes, Yukariso at the end still says you're still strangely strong middle-aged men with Kamen Rider masks. But yeah, it's just big old fight. And Tojima gets to say the title that he wouldn't mind dying this day because he's getting to fight a proper Kamen Rider monster.
I feel like everyone gets a hit on Batman, and he's just like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, even the guys who don't really manage to do much to him still get a decent licking, you know? Which is nice, because fuck that guy. He's a creep.
I get some great stunts, you know, just like swinging around off of the cables, and it's like, oh, this is like every episode put together. I can do all the stunts.
It's got the most budget of any of the episodes because it's the big finale. Yeah.
So many rider punches.
Yeah, I do like the conclusion they come to at the end that they were the actor was right when they recommended children not imitate the Kamen Rider kick because they have both hurt themselves terribly trying to do it.
They beat up Batman. He doesn't get away so much as get the living shit kicked out of him. Spider-Man picks him up, is like, so you guys are fighting Shocker. All right, I'm just gonna hop this guy on my shoulder and carry him off for the next bit.
Turns up.
Yeah, this is the one bit I wish they'd included from the comic, because after this fight in the comic, he ends up living with the other people at.
I mean, if they'd opened the next season with that's going to be fantastic. This strange romantic sub comic within a comic.
Presuming they get them, but this felt like, you know, we're happy to end this here, but if you let us make us some more, we will.
Yes, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, this is a lot more sort of dramatic ending than the comic gives this fight. Because I think,
given
in general, the anime might be a little bit more competent than the comic is.
What something you get sometimes with an anime adaptation is you know where the comic was going, so you can rearrange stuff and re-edit it to be not necessarily a better package, but a package that's more fitting
suitable for TV. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. Preferably that's what you hope for. Like
a few too many. This is just like, you know, it's usually not even the author asking to do it. It's usually the one like the publishers and the agent asking to do it. You can't tamper with the vision too much. It has to be fucking page for page, like the exact comic is moving. Even if the comic is like, well, it's not really paced for TV if you're reading it, so can we do anything? One said, no, do not interfere with the vision.
Remember someone's like favorite anime was like I think it was a Hajime no Ippo, and they were really disappointed from reading the comic that there was all this like extra fights. What was the one they were giving out about? The magician guy that uses sleight of hand to box you in the face.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, man, it's a fucking weekly thing. Like you gotta figure out another guy for this guy to punch, like, because we need another match.
On those old schedules, yes. In the new world of split.
You cut that chaff out for the anime, so the anime was like this golden standard to him. So the fact that it had all this extra stuff, that happens.
Oh yeah, okay, it's the other way around. Like it's like Yaiba is that has cut a lot of the chaff of the manga out.
It's just tighter for it. Like preferably that's what you want with an adaptation. And that's kind of what we've gotten here. Like you were worried that you were saying to me Tackle doesn't get much to do. I was like, oh no, and then she gets a bunch to do. And
she must do here, yes.
She makes the mature decision of, all right, you guys fight the monster. I'm going to hold off all the hordes of fucking grunts basically, and it was just like, that's cool. And then she beats the shit out of them, obviously.
Well, she's bested her own like arch rival. I was out in the hallways before, so she's good.
She's good. Like, she's had her fucking. I had my big fucking fight. You guys can have this one, and she just wrestled a whole fucking group of people. So she's grand. But yeah, everyone gets a little bit of stuff in. I was worried initially that it was like, oh, they all end up in the hospital to show that, yes, do not imitate this at home, kids. But then the yakisoba guy from the start shows up, and he's like, hey guys, we're doing the Beano ending, the big slap up meal at the end.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and it all makes a nice circle, because also there's on the news there's another shocker robbery happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lead back into
music. Yeah. Yeah, I hope there's some more, because there's like another 2 monsters at least to fight, and also more importantly, Tiger Master gets a lot more to do in the remaining bits to come.
Yeah, I'd be well down for more. I like this is a great whole package. Like, I'm satisfied with this, but I wouldn't say no to more. Basically, it's in a really good position. Basically,
yeah. I like it that it speaks like, you know, it's about Kamen Rider explicitly. There's like, you know, working a lot of wrestling in there as well. But the crux of it is just like, yeah, your passion can your passion can be a very motivating thing, especially like as you get on in life. It's kind of the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's good to have. It's like, you know, when Sana, it's like she's past like, you know, when idols usually are meant to like debut or really kick off, but she's still doing it because she's just in it for love of the game. You know, it's what gets her out of bed in the morning.
And it's getting her so many hot guys. So I mean,
and they're crossing you over with that as well as like fun saying, yeah, it can actually lead you down unexpected paths and, you know, like, no big benefit to your life. So don't like feel compelled. Maybe sell off some of the merchandise, keep a sensible amount of stuff in your home. But don't put that light under a bushel like all the way, you know.
And our final artist sketches from the original author, Yukisari Shibata, where you get to see that shitty mustache that the manga version of Tojima has.
Yeah, it was nice to see. It was just like the mouth so wide with excitement, like wider than you'd think was possible with excitement.
Did it! Yeah!
Yeah, good stuff.
Then on to Trigun Stargaze, episode 23. I Miss You. How's this landing its manga ending? I saw people distressed on Blue Sky about next week's episode.
I don't know what that's about yet, so I'm staying away from it till I actually watch it.
Yeah, like for media, they're taking a different tack with things, but it's now feeling as like it's one of those, again, it's come like a phrase it was a lot for a lot of things this year. It's like scenes we'd like to see, even if they're not really in the order that they come up in the story and don't really fit in, and it kind of change the context of events thus far, kind of in a strange way, in a strange swerve. So if you recall, we'd come in before, and Legato Blue Summers was telekinetically like torturing Vash and Wolfwood on two sides. He's like strangling Wolfwood and say, "You gotta take that shot, Vash. You gotta kill me now, or else your friend will die." And whenever it was like Vash actually kind of done it or that, it was kind of vague to me. Because it wasn't meant to be implied. Vash, he took that shot, he went for that bullet, and he's going to like kill Legato and do it.
Yeah.
But then like Knives in his like alien plant god mode, he'd send it from on high and just like he'd swat down a bullet before it could kill him. And for this crime of trying to get force his brother to break his code, which is kind of trying to get him to do like for the whole series and the series before this one, you know, try to push him back into that corner. That's kind of the gambit of assassin was about. He kills Legato, but heads him right there.
Well, he ostensibly says it's just like for interrupting him while he's like, it's just like, don't fucking tell me what to do kind of thing. Just chops his head off. I think the way it's supposed to come across in this episode, I could be wrong, is he wants Vash to make the choice to kill. He doesn't want to put him in a fucking trolley problem situations like that. We kind of forced the situation there on Vash, which wasn't what I was going for. But it's this weird combination of I'm trying to get Vash to kill so he can be on the same level as me and we can be two brothers trying to save all the plants, just like I always fucking wanted. But he's also kind of trying to protect Vash in a weird way, because there's that information that he has about their ma'am, essentially, that Vash doesn't know, that he has seemingly always fucking known, that he was also not telling Vash, and Vash remembers, like, don't put so much stock in Rem, because it'll only break your heart, kind of thing. So it's like, so he's trying to protect Vash by not letting Vash actually get the kill shot, but accepting that Vash did make the active choice to make the kill shot. And also, I really wish he didn't force that man chop off your head. It's a weird combination. I get why people would be upset that it's like, make it clear or not, but
yeah. And again, it forestalls this confrontation again, because once again Vash is kidnapped. He gets like taken off the board again, like, and he's like, and now he's like been absorbed into Knives, and it's just like, plan D, E, or F is kind of way down, but let's say if he do get absorbed, but maybe I can kind of like break out from the inside, because Vash's unique nature is as a plant, as an independent plant, that he can receive and send from the other dimension. So maybe he'll be able to do something wise inside there.
So maybe if he absorbs me, I'll have full fucking contact to him, and I'll be able to stop him from the inside. Like, that's the last plan, like you say, plan fucking Z or whatever.
Yeah. The arc, then the Flying Sorcerer is going around. It's like, come on over October in the last city on Earth. People try to keep their spirits up there. There's a lady like saying, "Don't despair! Like the spaceship is totally coming." And they do see it, because it's coming into view right there. It's approaching the planet. You can see it in the sky, but it's overshadowed then by the Ark coming by. It's like, shit, it's the Ark. And now this is grand plan. It's like, while again playing the villain organ, doing it all there. He sends tendrils down into the remaining plants on Earth, and it's intending to make them all into independents like him. But that doesn't actually work because it wasn't. It's never going to happen like that. Or the plants reject them. They all wither up and die, or most of them do.
Yeah, that seems to be the happening thing, and it's just like, yeah, because you assumed you assumed you knew, like, again, like, we got this thing of, you don't know what another person's thoughts are, and coincidentally, you also don't know what an extra dimensional being's thoughts are, and it's like, what are their opinions? Like, do they want to be an independent? Maybe them being in like the cocoon form is the best thing for them right now. Not to be exploited for that, but because being like aware in the dimension that you're not from is so incredibly horrible, you just sooner choose death. You don't know, but you've just done that, and now they've all decided to fucking die. So great job, Knives. Knives is understandably frustrated that it's just like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna fucking kill everyone. Then that's
kill all humans. Fine, we're going to go up and just
I can still do that part of the
last
plan.
hope. Yeah. And inside then, like, Bash is like seeing that memory then of it's like from Tessa's point of view, because I guess her essence is still floating around in there, and so from Tessa it's just like, no, we get this like plant child is like going to like die anyway. Well, before she does, we could always like dissect her, vivisect her, and we roll off from it. And Rem, their mother figure, is like
literally the main scientist turns around like to the other scientist, goes like, all right, we could vivisect her while she's alive and we'll learn a lot about plants, or we could let her die peacefully because it's the right thing to do. Anyone have any objections? Like, he goes like, anyone? She's thinking about it, but it's just like, yeah, we will learn a lot from them. Like, and again, coming back to it, but it's kind of going with that kind of vibe a lot, like a similar kind of trolley problem of like, it will be a waste to let her die. And we are going to do further things with plants. So do we torture a small fucking child so that the next generation of children don't have to do that? Which I think is what she was hoping for with Vash and Nai. So like, you guys are going to be okay because we vivisected your sister while she was still alive. Fucked up. Makes her an incredibly flawed character, and it's obviously breaking Vash's heart, like, to hear this. And he remembers Knives saying, "Is like, yeah, don't put that much fucking stock in her." And this is obviously him realizing that Knives knew this all along. Like, this memory was in him, and that's why he was such a little shit his entire childhood. It was like, well, you fucking vivisected my sister. I don't trust any fucking humans. And not incorrect point of view, but kill all humans is not really the solution to that, or not really the reasonable solution to that.
Let's make it feel like, Vash is like really kind of seeing it his way now. It's just sort of getting pulled along by things. I take that decision off of him to take out Legato. It takes away some of that easy off him. Like, he's not really the main dude in the story anymore. It doesn't really feel like it. Like, how it goes down in the comic is that, like, and that moment before where Knives cuts like his head off there. There is, again, that's kind of an out of order thing. That's kind of came at the original like Trigun comic before it came Maximum, and that's kind of when Knives like, he's like, hibernating initially, then he's like, he's reborn, he comes out again, and when he comes out of the tank or out of level like that, he does like for some impudence like crush down Nagato, like, but he doesn't kill him. He just like basically cripples him, and he can't walk.
He attacks him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
But he spends like trying to master mostly in like an Iron Maiden, but then comes out in a body which he's controlling with his own ESP, and he has it's like this one-on-one duel with Vash, where he's like trying to force him into the corner, and he pushes him all the way, and. But the nature of the God's powers is a little different in the comic, but basically he's able to threaten the incoming ship that's the fleet is coming to Earth. He's able to, like, reach up to them and interact with them and fuck them up. So then it becomes like, well, Vash, you can take me out, or like, not just the lives of millions of people up on the spaceship, but everyone hoping the spaceship to come and take us off this planet, they're all in the balance now. And he takes that threat. He's forced like into it, and he has to do it. And then he has to then go into the final like confrontation with Knives. He's like, as he like betrays his principles, then he comes to a different like understanding about it there. But I'll wait and see. I'll go on about that and see what they've changed. But some of it maybe they probably have gone a different way with that as well.
I think they're going to
end one.
From my understanding, I think they're going like a very different route with this. And I like the idea of it. Like, again, I'm not as familiar with Trigun, and so I don't have as much stock in it. So I understand why people would be upset. The vibe I get is people are like, well, Vash just gets kidnapped like the princess to be rescued this entire season. He doesn't do anything. It's like he is doing things, but he's not doing things with violence like your standard shonen protagonist or something like that. Like he obviously Last July, like that's a huge knock to him. Like it's adding to the tragedy of I've seen a lot of people die. I don't want to see people die. Like I want to save as many people as I can. The first guy he fights, he can't save that guy because that guy is on a fucking like trying to basically force Vash to kill him. But like he saves the puppeteer, he saves Mid Valley. He kind of convinces Wolfwood to save his brother, kind of thing, and that there kind of saves Wolfwood. It's the idea that his pacifism, his thing of trying to let people live, is having a positive effect. Like it's kind of changing what characters are still around, still alive in this version of it. And I think that's kind of what they're trying to go for. Is just like it's not an easy fucking thing, but like there is reasoning to it. Like having those characters still around and being able to like hand Wolfwood a couple of extra vials and stuff is kind of like showing like it somewhat justifies his pacifism as a thing. And I'm guessing that's what they're doing with it. But I'll see how they finish it off, like that kind of thing. I think that Vash is influencing things for the better by having characters stay alive rather than fucking die. And I think that's what they're trying to show with it. I don't know. We'll have to see how they finish it out with it.
Yeah, I'm not like, I'm not like upset. I'm not kind of inclusions like, but I sound like other folks have been about. Oh, it's different from the comics, so it makes it more. I want to see where it lands because it's taking a different different reflection altogether. Like now this could all be like a thing, and then maybe like the last one will actually. Now I see where you're going for, and all kind of falls into place right then.
It might be more clear. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I think a lot of the people are also complaining that it's different from the first series as well. It's not from the original series. I have seen people
complaining about the directorial difference. Yeah,
that it's different from Stampede. That Stargaze is not, and I hadn't realised until people realising that it's a different director and it's a different writer than Stampede.
It is,
which is a weird thing to do. So I can understand why it feels off to the people who like the first.
That feels more like a justifiable complaint in terms of like this one was going this way, and these guys have interpreted where it was going their way, not necessarily the way the original creators.
Of course, the question is whether is always the question on anime though is whether those decisions were the writers in the first place or the directors in the first place, or whether they were the production committee's decisions.
That's the other thing. You're not entirely sure where this is coming down from.
Yeah. Well, in either case, Meryl and Millie can continue to be at the light because they've snuck onto the aircraft, onto the spaceship, with help of a sandworm.
With the help of a friendly passing worm that allowed them to ramp their motorbike off. I did again, we still get some comedy where Millie's like, "Wow, I've always wanted to drive a motorbike," and her on the back of the motorbike going like, when you say that, you don't mean that you've never driven a motorbike before it ramps off a fucking sandworm onto a spaceship.
Poor Wolfwood and Livio are inside of that sandworm now. It's just like, and there's like Zazie the Beast. It's just like, oh, I just want to see, how this all turns out. I hope for the best because if you go down, like the sandworms might be able to go down with Witchy as well. So I hope
if he's going to kill all humans, he might go kill all worms as well. So that would be bad for me. So I do have an invested thing in this, which is why I've rescued you in the belly of this beast. But yeah. The two girls, the two ladies heading into the spaceship, they're dealing with a very upset child because she's like, my Lord and Savior is about to fucking take me, but his tentacle kind of avoids her to do the thing that stab whatever it intends to, and not her. And she's like, so I've been fucking rejected then. That sucks. And when it goes from like a kind of a not so much a farce of her chasing the other two around the corridors, throwing giant nails at them. It's just her breaking down and crying, and instead of like, I should pull out my this is the elevator where my
where Roberto De Niro tried in the previous series
in the first season. She's like, I'm gonna pull my Derringer out and kill this small child. It's like that's a crying child. And again, I think it's like it's trying to show that Vash's influence has shown like mercy to Meryl. It's just like, instead of like taking revenge for, because you have all these thoughts in your head, you have your teacher dying and that kind of thing. It's just like, this is a crying child that you can comfort, like, and that's what she chooses to do, like, rather than kill, like, which is, I think, the more humane and kinder option.
Yeah, they kept that bit in for Meryl because I straight away, again, in sequence events of the comic after Vash has had to take that shot, it's Meryl who's first in there because she's like one of the characters like been within there that went the longest across two sets of comics, and it's like he knows exactly how he's feeling at that, and it gives her an opportunity to influence. Often like, rather than pull the gun or do that, she goes in to console somebody, to console this poor half-plant child who has been like rejected. And she thought like, oh well, I like Lloyd Niles, she'll take me into the fold as well, but he doesn't. He's not interested in you. You're just like another henchman to him.
He keeps thinking like, the kid keeps thinking, is just like, obviously I'm part of the plan, I'm in the in fucking crowd, and it's like Knives thinks that the plants are in the in crowd and even they're not on his fucking side, and he wants Vash to join him up because Vash will be on my side as soon as I convince him. It's like, no one can truly know the mind of the other, even if you have their fucking memories in your head when you were born, that kind of thing. It's like, no, it's not that fucking simple. And it's just, I think that taking it from the original thing and with Meryl comforting her, and it kind of showing that this influence of kindness and mercy, and I think that's what they're going for with it. That seems to be the vibe of it. And I do like the idea of Vash kind of, and he does get fucking cool fight scenes and action stuff, but his influence of kindness being the theme of this season, rather than just straight adapting one of the either the original manga or the first series.
So to tell Knives though, was like while he's flying up in space on a massive like fused like mound of planets, they're all like kind of writhing in pain, like they're like souls from being tormented in hell. I don't think they're into being a part of this plan, Knives, but he seems dead set on this, and but I have a funky space battle, I suppose, next time, because those ships are armed, so they're gonna like try and do some stuff to him. So we'll see how I land on this. It'll probably be just fine. I think maybe folks are, as usual, getting a bit out of hand.
I think I saw someone comparing it to one of the Evangelion rebuilds, where it's just like, what if that, but we went different with it, and it's just like that's fair. Like we have seen this happen before in other adaptations, like that one.
Some people love those,
whether you like it or not, like that is
I mean, I'm sure it's not as bad as the rebuilds. boy, I'm
sometimes it can work out. Maybe not the best example.
Well, to be fair, remember my reboot experience is purely the cinema versions, which is a worse experience than people who just watch the home release versions.
Yeah, the more finished ones, I suppose.
Yeah, the finished films. Yeah, that's it was more the fact that 3 was definitely not a finished film when I saw it. Was what soured me entirely on Evangelion as a franchise. You're over. That's it. Not going to watch 4. Not gonna...
Oh no, it's not.
I know.
They're still finding new and exciting ways.
No, and I do know there's a way they can bring me back. That new thing is not a way to bring me back, but I do know there is a way to bring me back. And that's the what's his face, Tony Tadashi's Evangelion. If they make an anime of that, then I'm all on board. If they make a really silly Evangelion, you've got me. Yeah. If you just take your tongue, stick it firmly in your cheek, and be super silly, give it to me.
They've tried everything else so far. So.
Yeah. Digimon Beatbreak, episode 23, Defiance, in which we get some lore dropped about what's really going on in this series.
Digimon mass destruction. Every country's trying to get their hands on them.
Well, I'm not even sure it's even that. It's like we're going to do an experiment to break through the walls of another reality by using human brains. And I was like, I know that plot. That's a horror movie plot. Specifically, it's the movie From Beyond.
I mean, the Digimon are extra-dimensional beings that we're using as a power source, but sometimes they eat people. It's just like, it's a horror movie, essentially, is this series, but like you said, all cute ones. So that's the... They start cute, and then they get increasingly monstrous, I think, is the standard thing. Yeah.
More pants and cyborg parts get added over time that can further increasing their monstrosity.
Yeah.
So this is the middle of the episode where we get, because there's a bunch of flashbacks mainly from the point of view of Clay, as we get his tragic backstory. Essentially, his tragic backstory seems to be, I used to be in charge of this. I used to be part of the ruling class of this country when it was taken over by different awful people than the awful people that I belonged to.
It never establishes if his ruling class was evil. It's just that, like, the palace is in fucking ruins, and presumably the rest of the country is. If that's the most expensive part of the country, the rest of the country is probably doing real fucking bad. And we've seen lots of kids, including cast members, be children who grew up in war fucking zones. It's like, the rest of the country probably didn't fare very fucking well after that. It was for rare earth minerals, I think, is why they blew up his fucking country. Yeah,
getting like right to the core of it there, because if we need all this like computer equipment to summon Digimon to our dimension and use them for energy, we're gonna need a lot of that stuff to facilitate that.
God, it'd be terrible if a fucking world power invaded a desert-like country for the natural resources for no goddamn reason, and a lot of people got hurt. God, that'd be what an evil world that would be.
Or if they invaded any country, and indeed using their natural resources, and the terms thereof deal with it, from this, just let us in, we'll stop the borders, let us in, and just take all your stuff. We'll totally give it back to you later.
The reason we get this is because our kids have been sent on. They've taken this mission on. They've not been sent on the mission because Kyo's recovering, so they're going to do this mission themselves. She was recover all those people who were frozen at the arena who you didn't manage to bring back last time.
And they take on the job because A, the man's really mad at them that they didn't save a bunch of those people. B, they have to hide that Kyo is recovering and his Digimon is in baby form now. And B, when he puts the envelope on, it fucking stands up and it's like, that's a lot of money. So we gotta take this job.
But by the time they get there, Clay is absorbing their energy and dragging them into a portal to his home country. He's already taken the energy from Naito. He's kidnapped Raito and the other two kids because they found Raito, and but they get coffined almost immediately.
I assume contextually sarcophagus because it's very Egyptian themed Digimon thing he's going for. But yeah, it's like a big black coffin that has a point where the egg can get sucked out, presumably with all the energy of the dude in the coffin. But like, yeah, he does it at first to his first time out. He's like, "Sorry, I fucked up, boss. Surely you can still find use me." "Yes, I can. I could use your e-pulse.
Yes.
Give me that." And he seems to get stabbed, but like a lot of people seem to get stabbed, and I was like, I'm not sure it's like fatal stabbings, but obviously getting your energy sucked out through your personal egg is not great for you, and as we know, puts you in an ice coma. So that's not good.
Yeah. Otherwise, we lose most the cast at the end of this episode if it's so yeah, they follow them there. Then we get the speech from Clay explaining what happened to this country. Then what happened? He's like, "What about that earthquake? Why is your country flooded?" It's like, "Well, because there was this earthquake." That's what that's the cover up. Is what really happened because I was there.
I was on the island where they were experimenting on me.
Yes,
it was a success on me.
It was Wog. I don't think we the viewer know that it's also. Our hero's dad was also involved. At which point we hear him referred to as Dr. Tenma, and I was going, "Oh, okay, yeah." Nothing good ever comes from a Dr. Tenma. And something gone wrong in this experiment where they were studying people's brain and heart pulse, coming up with the e-pulse.
They were trying to extract energy from people's emotions.
Yes.
That's like free energy, right?
Used to this, a battery.
And it cracked a hole into another dimension, which caused creatures to come out, which drained people of that e-pulse. But the creature which came out next to Clay
was just like Clay swats at it. He's like, "What the fuck, dude? Why are you trying to hit me?" He's like, "Come on, man, we should get the fuck out of here." While everyone else in the lab who was being experimented on, and presumably some of the scientists, are being eaten by Digimon, or they're sucking the energy out of them.
Yes, then all those Digimon formed into like a god. But it was too unstable and caused the earthquake. But Wong's like, "Look what I've created."
That's cool.
Yes, that looks really cool.
That was a big fucking explosion. That's going to fucking flood the Tokyo Bay area.
And that's why he's not going straight after Clay in this episode, because he wants to see how long Clay gets in recreating the same thing I almost achieved. And I was like, at this point, I was like,
Clay's,
by the end of the episode, I was like, "Oh, that big egg. That's a massive coffin." But unlike Clay, he's not forcing people to get into the coffins to give him the energy.
He's making people want to be in the big coffin.
Yes, you'll willingly walk into the coffin because it's.
But they've
high
several
status.
of these eggs as well. This isn't the only egg as well, is the thing. So he's making this thing that everyone wants, a sarcophagus that everyone wants to get into, whereas Clay was popping them into the thing. And instead of getting everyone's Digimon and smushing them into a big Digimon ball, I'm going to steal all their energy and throw it into my Digimon to force evolve him to. Is it Mega? Is the form? Like, I think it's Ultimate.
It's a Mega. Kyo's aware of this.
Form rarely ever heard of.
Which is I want to say. It's like a pyramid mon or something like that.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's like a sphinx with tornadoes for arms and like an upside down pyramid for like a lower torso.
And also additional pyramids for its fingers.
Additional pyramids for fingers. That's right. Yeah.
It's very
it's a weird looking
Exodia or Exodia adjacent.
I guess any of the Sphinx-looking ones in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. But I mean, like, Yu-Gi-Oh's had a fucking thing on Egyptian-themed shit for a while, so that's fine.
Alternatively, one I think it was just called the Pharaoh Gundam from G Gundam. There's that in there as well. And
with the face, I was wondering, was that like a not giant robot, but there was some giant robot thing I was thinking of with the face.
I was thinking like a Mega Man Robot Master, actually.
Yeah, I also thought a bit of. I also thought a bit of Sunshine, some of Sunshine's forms in Kinnikuman Man.
It's a cool design, is what we're saying.
Yes.
It's got a lot going on, but it's pretty cool. And you need a lot of eggs to make it, so that makes sense that it would be that cool looking.
But because he's forced an evolution, Kyo shows up to explain all this because he knows all about Digimon. Because he's forced an evolution, which is ultimately unstable and collapses, and the energy returns to people in their coffins, and they're like. And then Clay's like, "Why did you not kill me, Kyo?" And Kyo's like, I'm a kind, nice person.
And also, you're going to jail for all the crimes that you did. Like, you're not getting out that fucking easy, boy.
And also, because he's trying to compare people. He's like, "Yeah, you use their energy." I said, "No, them out." And Reika's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's not using us. We're in this together. We're a family. And he goes, I am super greedy. This is the one thing this episode's really got is great facial animation on everybody. Everybody has got. That's where the effort's really gone in this. Not in the Digimon this episode, but it's in how people react to each other.
It's a contrast with Clay as well. He's been like, no, they can't compose. Always above it, dude. It's this contorting into a lot of maniacal grins. A lot of like he's really slipping out of it right there.
He's very, very desperate at this stage. So yeah.
Give me your juice, Kyo. Give it to me.
Yeah, and like it's gone like really tough because at several stages they all are attacking this giant pyramid Digimon, and they have to give Kyo like a chance to recover because his Digimon is de-evolved, so they can do his evolution sequence for Samamon. And it's just like, okay, yeah, so this is the big thing, and it's like. So what happens at the end is like, oh, did they do that one more time because they're not going to be able to do that animation anymore? I guess we'll have to see. Yeah.
Leomon always dies.
Yeah. The big muscly guy. It's just like, you're too powerful. You're going to get taken out early. Well.
Everybody apart from Tobero gets got, and so he's going to have to fight him next week. Power to Take was the title, not Defiance. I've still got the old title in there.
I was wondering because
that's the phrase he says. That's the phrase he says.
Strong with the power to take.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm strong like Popeye. Strong like
I'm still a bad guy. You can't have a nice friendly talk with me if you defeated me. Who do you think you are? A JUJUTSU KAISEN character? I'm not going to give you my 100 points.
The idea of like this power to take thing as well, like he saw his country, like he's like, yeah, I'll go for human experimentation, sure, and it's like, oh fuck, this place is fucked, I'm going home. They fucked up my home while I was away. Clearly I need power to kick people's ass. Like that's his basically motivation. As it's kind of like nearly justified, but again, much like Knives, it's like you've taken that in like a dickhead degree and a dickhead direction. But isn't that standard like villains? Like, I understand why you did that, but you shouldn't have done it like that.
Yeah, the experiment Wong's doing again does not feel like he's forcing it on them. It's transactional.
It's not, like, Clay
it's a
seems to have
transactional thing.
Volunteered in some regard. We don't know what his conditions were coming from. Like, was he poor? Did he need the money at the time or whatever? That kind of thing.
Because Wong's villainy seems different to Clay's villainy.
But he's really excited to see a nuclear explosion of Digimon. Like it's like that's not a great look. Yeah,
he feels like an evil wizard who's trying to go beyond the veil, and that's the problem more than I'm doing this for person. It feels like an intellectual curiosity.
It started off as a scientific discovery, like, and you could see how your man's dad was in on it. It was like, oh yeah, we're doing science, and then he's like, fuck this. This was a terrible idea. We should have never done any of that fucking science. Like, so, like, again, so he has a justifiable thing. Like, I wasn't a bad guy. We thought we were doing a good thing, and then it exploded. And so we're not, that's why we became like a lo-fi family, and we have all cassettes and shit now.
But Papa should have done. He was just got home and be a family man.
Then we got Hell's Paradise episode 24, Ephermeralness and Fire.
Lots of fire. Gabimaru is seemingly dying breath. He's calling back like the time in Ninja Village. I'll give you after Gabimaru. He's like, Gabimaru, you've really changed. What do you mean? Well, last mission we went on, like, you normally would kill everybody in the building before we did at the work. Yeah, bro, I need to steal these secret files. No, I didn't kill nobody.
Like, I'm being paid to steal in this mission, not to kill, so I'm not doing any extra fucking work. And it's like, I don't know, Gary Barry, it seems like it got a bit soft. It's like, no,
my wife stopped making me soft. It's just like, honey, I'm home. Oh, you're in. Oh, you're not covered in blood. Oh, I'm glad you had a good day at work. Yeah, cool. Like, this is totally normal. I'm a ninja.
I'm enjoying this nice dinner with my wife, but surely I'm still a cool ninja.
I don't know.
That he sent on a
not putting as many ships in the assassination departments. It's like, oh, I'm sure they'll pick up. Don't worry about it. You're doing a good job. And then he goes to the assassination. He comes home covered in blood and saying, "Don't look at me." It's just like, no, come on in. These, like, I know who you are. I know, like, what you had to do. And like, it's still you. Like, you're your face.
Yeah.
I know what we're in here. I mean, like, I'm the daughter of the chief. Like, don't worry about it. It's like, yeah. I do love my wife, and she is a good influence on me. I would do anything to get back to her, including taking the experimental, the potent fluids of the Tensen, which will imbue me with their regenerative powers if it doesn't consume me first.
We cut back to that same conversation where they were planning all this shit. I do like this very Blades in the Dark style. It was like, and here's how we plan to get out of this situation that we found ourselves in. Whereas like I had this heart, and it's like, if I stab this into myself, will I get plant powers? And everyone's like no, the plant will try and take you over. But you could try.
did it. Yeah, but Chobe is he's
he achieved balance. But also he achieved balance by being pretty much entirely dead. So the plant was only focused on regenerating him. And so it's like, so you could only do this if you were like right at the fucking death's door kind of thing. Like you were just about to die. So the plant only focuses on regenerating. And Gavin Mauer's like, as he's like, you know,
eyes glassed chopped over. In half, so I think it's time to give this a shot.
So kind of like magician pockets it and fucking puts it into his own fucking wrist. And he's like, right, now I can heal up a little bit. But like the more he does it, the slower it gets. And obviously he just starts fighting like, I guess like Wolverine, in that he just lets himself take damage and he's like, but I'm getting slower every time I have to heal again. I better not really lean on that too goddamn much.
You're describing this is making me realise the problems I had with a film that came out last Friday. I won't say which one it is, so I'll not spoil it. But
okay.
This is a lot more interesting use of regeneration.
Powers now?
Yes.
In a matter of speaking, you got all the one-ups, so one-ups know, like, you know, a horrifying spectacle of him coming back from the dead over and over again.
Everyone gets mutant healing factor now, man. Yeah.
Even Mario and Luigi. But he needs Azure in on this because she's got the opposing element to fucking dude they're fighting, who is at the Tensen, who is I'm dedicated to the martial arts. I have a cool design and I'm really appreciating now I'm seeing it do cool like kung fu shit, giant style. But it's wearing him down slowly because the other part of the plans is like, you know, okay, like we're fighting him away. Like Azure has like, it's not like, you know, the one that's at the weakness to it, it'll do like equal damage. So it's like a fire type, like a fire type. So it's just like, oh, let's just kind of do that. But in a similar kind of way to what she and a newer guy were doing, if you just wear him down long enough, because using the Super Monster Man mode takes a lot of energy. So if you can keep him going for a long time, maybe an hour or so, like, it might crack and it might fall, and immediately after you undo the transformation, that's when they're most vulnerable.
Yeah, so Gabby Maurer has been really making very use of the Nimpo, any Nimpo with fucking fire, basically. Like lots of flashy, like there's some fucking beautiful, like it just. I was thinking of using that as a background, like just flashes of like burning and that kind of stuff, where you like split second bits of animation. They're really nice. But he's essentially been doing that to do the 36 chamber thing of like the lights kind of spinning around to discombobulate this dude as to how long the fight has been going on.
As you explained, it's a pretty common ninja interrogation technique to make him like lose sense of time and place and drive him crazy and make him break easily. Just like you did right here. So you zero had to go in on this now, and she's just like, well, we're both ninjas, but I will after myself. I'll leave you behind and get off this island. It's like, well, I want to get out of this island too. So let's, you know, we'll both try towards it. You know, like you watch my back, I watch yours. Even though she can't regenerate, she's pretty fucked up right now. Actually, she's fighting like a champ, like spitting like webs of goo and like slicing through the dudes. It's like, oh, you're doing a pretty good job. It's like, I can tell, you know, I'm weakened right now, and I've got you, like, no, Dead Rise can be marrow, but I can tell she can't regenerate like you can. Her Tao is failing. I can sense it. But it's like, hey, don't tell a lady what to do. Like, you know, like no, don't, like, you know, he's from outside in the same way I am. Like, you know, I do this my own way. She says, no, just even saying that seems to give her a rise of power, and it's able to kind of just, like, break on through. He's trying to throw spikes up off the floor. She's reading that as well. It gets through.
I did like the Gabby Maurer giving her not giving her the win or anything like that, but him basically letting himself get spiked since he can regenerate and putting his hand out as like a foothold so she can like leap off of that kind of thing. Like he's just like, I'm just here as your support, basically. I'm just keeping you to get the kill shot, which she gets in there and cuts up the important bit, the core. I can't remember what they call it.
The tendon, which is
tendon. Yeah, it's got the little
where your
yin yang
chi
on
is focused
so,
in your navel.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So they got another one down. And it's like, okay, like, we better regroup. Like, Gamera was like, no, we got hustle long enough. And said, you keep going. I'd like this, let's like stay back here and let's take a breather. I'll be fine. I can't try it up with us. It's like, are you sure you're fine? It's like, you man, I'm fine. He just tore my dress. It's just like, I'll just need to catch up in the Garm energy again. And once he's gone, it's just like, oh my guts. Oh shit. Got me right.
She was basically holding him in with that glue that she produces, and just like she's like, right, okay, this sucks. I guess I'm going out, but the thing she keeps like stating, and it comes across as like she went out the way she wanted, and she got to do everything she wanted to do. It wasn't a selfless act. No. This is what I want to do, and it's like it was a selfless act.
I'm not thinking of my sister who died of the consumption like way back when, and she would like, go out there and experience the world, like live a life I can never have, please. And I've always loved like this kind of page in the comic as well. Do you see her? She's like a sexy lady ninja. She can just use like secretions to produce various effects. She's kind of wearing a coating at all times because it just like kind of all falls off her. And you see like, oh, she's been in a lot of fights. She's a ninja and she's all scarred up all over her body. Yeah.
It becomes a thing of disrobing to like check her wound. It's like, ooh, that's sport, that's bad. And then going like, all right, I'm just gonna go a little slack here, and like the goo coming off her, which again could be like a horny thing, but it is like to show how fucked up her body is and how much she's been through, and to show that she's.
It's also she's put up this much up a front with everybody she meets. She doesn't let anybody in. It's only when she's like Seer, and she's like totally dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, totally sad and dead. It's okay, she'll be fine.
It's a good kind of like she's slumping over the Tomorrow's Joe kind of shot with, except with it like a naked lady.
It's super poignant and it is super good. And it came after a cool fight for to really show her stuff. And it's like, oh man, yeah, it's just like I guess it's the kind of like manga that it is, a bit of a meat grinder. It's not really. It's actually again, you'd be surprised who's going to make it out of this.
But it is making the deadliness of it appear very fucking apparent. Like, it's a really good one big long fight episode. Yeah.
Sagiri and May were because they can tell by the talisman markers like, oh shit, that's gone like every which way. I hope they're still all right. The telekinetic when they're talking to us like, well, I better go tell Rian about this. We're taking losses here. Like,
you guys do whatever.
Your friend just died to us. It's like, you just fucking. This is flunked out, He had the wrong way. Like, he dedicated himself like to the martial forms, and like obviously it didn't work out for him. But didn't become strong enough. He was imperfect. We get him.
We're all part of the experiment, and he's a failed experiment in that case. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. It's like, you sure we could just fuck with your shit? Or he's like, I don't fucking care.
You're going to be very busy right now. Because what's that noise? There are a lot of those big giant like monsters that we keep around are like crashing in over the walls of the compound. And here's Shugen and the ninjas and all the guys that like, oh yeah, those dudes who were definitely approaching here all this time. They're going to get in the mix now as well. We've got one episode to go before the end of this series. So we're going to just come in here and fuck things up and leave us in pieces before it goes on again. But we'll see how much they're able to kind of cover up and get on to there. I knew there was more to this though. Or maybe I was thinking it was going to like run on without an interruption, let's get to the end, but I suppose not. Which I hope doesn't hurt at the pacing of it, because again, this is like a very it's like one rolling boulder. It's just like this keeps like the momentum going up, and the kind of the panic and just the getting out these fights with the skin of their teeth. Like energy to it. Hope it does with a way it doesn't like this kind of kill that momentum. Because I had to take an episode or half an episode to kind of reintroduce the situation to when it comes back after whatever break it is. So I'll say this again, we'll leave it to what last one they have for now and see what way they can leave us off. I know it'd be a cliffhanger, but it'd be one you won't mind waiting for. Again, for the reserve. But I'm just been a lot more impressed with what's able to do this time around. It's getting hitting on more the points and more the themes of the manga that I like and remember liking.
Jolly good. Then we've got You and I Are Polar Opposites, episode 10 and 11, Class Trip.
Okay, for posterity, I always thought that I got to see the 10, but
okay, well,
that's Crunchyroll's fault.
We can save 11 till next week then.
Yeah.
Just have to remind myself which bits occurred in which one. So part 1 of Class Trip. The big part of it, the first part, is them dawdling on their decision of what to do for their class trip.
I really like the teacher's thing. It was like, okay, so obviously you're going to separate into groups of 4, and then you have the people going like, if I'm with, like, I'm not really in with that friend group, but she's going to want to be with them, and that kind of thing. Is like, hey, can we have an extra in our group? The teacher's like, sure, I don't give a fuck, just fucking organize it. The lack of care is like, yeah, that's very teacher energy. And it's very good.
It's funny when you watch the Japanese version and you know it's that TV producer doing the voice. But a man who's known for organizing stuff is playing a character who's not known for organizing stuff. I watched some of the dub for this one, and it was driving me crazy of what thing is influencing their writing, and then it dawned on me it's the Great North. There's lots of the way the teen dialogue is phrased, and even down to quoting Austin Powers in a way that was quite done in the Great North. Of somebody quoting "fat bastard," and I was like,
"Now you make me want to watch the dub, man."
They're doing amazing things over there, right here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Suzuki in particular, I think if the Suzuki performance wasn't any good, I think you wouldn't say it was a good dub. I think that might be doing all the heavy lifting. And then I switched to the Japanese version, and I think I do prefer that still.
I prefer her range of things because it's usually very Genki and stuff like that. But it's often like pulling that face, and then it was usually, I want to try and get the two together. It's just putting like, there's a good like vocal range in there, which you can get like, I'm very, very serious and cutting, and getting these love bursts together.
Yeah.
Then being very cute and around tiny and such.
Oh yeah. So the first chunk is Yamada and Nichi. It's them and her friend, and making sure that the pair of them stay in the room together to talk. But he gets dragged away off screen by his other friends from his class. We also get a lot more for the two friends who don't get. We'll get her as well, but also the two friends who don't get much to do. But there's over these two, there is a lot of Azuma and Taira. These two episodes get a lot of Azuma and Taira. I'm not sure if it's in this episode. Oh no, we do in this episode because in the third. So the first part is Yamada and Nishi. The second part is them sorting out what they're going to do for the class trip rather, which they're trying to make sure they're going to the same places that Nishi's class are going to, so that they can bump into each other.
Yeah, and everyone like realizes Yamada's doing that, but it's kind of funny that everyone's just like, we are.
Gotta try and sneak in a little like boyfriend girlfriend time. As we know, rates of boyfriend girlfriend and coupling up like skyrocket in the months preceding the school trip.
Yeah. We also this episode we get Azuma walking home with Taira. Which is the
a lot of insight into Azuma here, or it's just like I was always just like content to just like let's go along with things. No, it's kind of the difference in like should we vote on like class activities or should we just like do it by a lottery? It's just like a lottery is so much more fun, but is it so much more fun? Or just way she's always done it. She's always just kind of gone along whatever the decision was, and this is kind of think horrifyingly at why I have such a terrible romantic life. Actually, let's go along with things, just let things slide, and I'm not kind of like speaking for myself or what I want in anything.
Yeah, and I think my favorite bit is when she bums out, thinks back to middle school, and goes, "Hang on a minute, no, my life's better right now than it was in middle school." And then
a lot of characters are basically coming to that realization. Obviously, like it's better that I have friends. Actually, my life is improved exponentially by having just nice people around. Weird. Who'd thunk it?
But meanwhile, Tyra's like, why does she want to hang out with me all the time? What's going on here? What's her ulterior motive?
She likes you. Maybe romantically, definitely as a friend. So
she doesn't know that she likes her because she's never to consider what she wants for herself.
Then the
We're
other
all
two girls
into it.
roll up and they go shopping together, and she realizes she could actually force them to do things as opposed to what used to happen in middle school where everybody forced her to do things.
And she's
so
even worried about talking to them. She's like, okay, I'm a friend of their friend. Can I really like, and it's like, yeah, you're in the in-group, man. They like you. You're cool. And you can go, I want to do this. And they're like, cool, we're down for whatever. Like, so
I know the shop actually phone saying, oh, you do? Oh, I didn't know the shop that did it, actually. Let's go down to that one. You're sharing, you're contributing to everybody.
And they're doing the things to her that she does to Tyra of teasing her, going, oh, we'll finally get to see what you look like without makeup on.
Yeah.
Because she mentions it's so fun to tease you, Tyra. That's why I say these things, because I get these reactions out of you.
Because it's a thing friends do, basically. Yeah.
But yeah, there's more of the Tyra and her, a lot more in the next episode. Which is like why I was liking these two episodes is that it is everybody to the extent that the third section,
it's definitely a cast one.
When they're talking in their rooms, we get a whole bunch more characters who have either not been there or have just been lurking in the background all the time. We get
they're in like a different supplemental class, so it's nice to have them all together. That kind of thing.
I think they're in the same class because this is the class, because the other people from the other classes are in their own separate rooms. Yeah, we get.
I'm saying it's like the different friend groups get to interact more because they're all on the trip, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, because we get like shorter red-haired girl, plain brown-haired girl, and the two-tone goth girl. And then in the lads, we get the giant bald guy because we later on, I think it's the.
That's the second one. That's the second
one. Yeah, but then the final bit of it is Suzuki's like, I wish my boyfriend would move a bit faster. And Azuma's like, yeah, you probably don't really. You probably should just be happy going at the speed you're going.
Going at the speed that is appropriate for you, but she wants to smooch him. She has smooched him. That's the opening episode, part of the episode where he's kind of like, oh, I guess things are just perfectly normal, because she's acting normal, but then she's like, I kissed that boy, and I liked it.
Do we like, I'll show him like, me just getting fresh out of the bath with my hair straightened, and I got a bit of like a little touch up here, and here, but otherwise fresh out of the bath. Oh, I just woke up this way, Channy. What do you think? You smell quite nice, actually. It's like.
I like the roller coaster she's on as well, because he's like, oh fuck, he set my heart beating, and she's like, fuck, a win, yeah, and he's like, because I thought you were someone else, and she's like, fuck, and it's like, but I settled down once I realized it was you, and it's like, oh, he's happy to see me. It's like, okay, like we're on the up again, everything's going great.
This is one of those school trip anime, okay. Tenny, like, he's an upstanding young lad. They all are, to be fair.
Yeah, it's more so like because as he points out, is like I don't really mind what, as he's pointed out before, I don't really mind what we do, but it is nice having like being in this friend group and like everything's better and it's better being with you, that kind of thing, and it's just so pure and nice and innocent that he's just happy to be included and part of something else. And she's just like, I was thinking all dirty thoughts. Like I was thinking,
a good lad.
This is actually really nice. I'm enjoying what we're doing in this relationship, but I'm glad I didn't rush it because I was thinking of doing some fucking, I was going to get in there. Is whatever her thoughts were thinking.
And it'll come.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Yeah, and this has been driven by the other girls, the new character girls, sort of picking over the romance and wanting to know all the different things that they've done together.
When they're hanging out in the bedroom, because that's the conversation. Like, what were you guys talking about? They were like trying to get me to talk about boys and stuff, and I was like, I'm hitting maximum. Like she's into her boyfriend, obviously, but she's hitting maximum levels of embarrassment, and she has to like bow out at one point. And I was like, what were you guys doing? I was like, I don't know, the guys are playing Yu-Gi-Oh or something. I don't really know the fucking rules, so
they're rolling people up in duvets.
Yeah. They get onto roughhousing later.
Yeah, it's the first half. They're going to do some more class trip things next week.
Yeah.
Then we've got My Hero Academia Vigilantes Season 2, Episode 12. This is a hero. In which All Might shows up to save the day.
Yep. All Might is called by his boyfriend to save his boyfriend's sister.
Deus ex machina definition. That's something that happens out of nowhere that resolves a lot of time. Yeah, they're up front and saying like, yeah, well, sure. If All Might existed, like he's in his prime here right now, of course he'd just swoop in and fix everything. Yeah,
it's nice to see. And again, it's constantly contrasting it to My Hero Academia. The main fucking thing is just like seeing All Might. Like he still has his injury, so he still has like the withered form or whatever it's called. But like, he doesn't have as much of a limitation on his powers. He gives like an interview after he saves the day kind of thing. It's just like, yeah, All Might could resolve this very easily. And even we have our villain is like, well, All Might, can you stop this? And he's like, holy fuck, he stopped that with one punch. Jesus Christ.
He's got a punch for everything, this guy.
And now I've been shot.
By a sniper.
I would have been dead if a bird hadn't got in the way.
There's so many, like, it's great seeing All Might like fully in his fucking prime. Just like he makes like beating all the beaten monsters. Like he forms them into a giant kaiju one, which just bursts like lots of tiny flying bombs. He can't stop all these bombs. It's like, what if he caused a tornado with one punch? It's like, oh yeah, that'd do it.
And I think they realised that you don't get to see him in his pomp much in the original series, so they draw this out a little longer than it is at the comic. Because I reread this in the comic, and I was like, "Oh, this is like in the comic." Yeah, it's like that. That's how they get over All Might's power in the comic. Is he sorts it out in so few panels that it's been taking all the other heroes combined a lot longer in the previous chapters.
It's funny. He's like whizzing around. He's like picking up buildings and putting it away. He's carrying babies away. It's like.
Oh yes, because we should mention his plan is to destroy the tower and just settle the dome on the ground. And also catch our two friends as well.
When he fucking he punches the park to create a flattened thing, but also he rescues all the animals in the park. Like fucking, he's just straight Superman, like doing all the fucking things. And I'm like, yeah, and he can do it all, and all the heroes are like, oh thank fuck, All Might's here. And you hear like even the crowd inside the dome going like, we're currently falling. It's like, but I heard someone outside say All Might. It's like, oh, we'll be grand. So like, no need to worry, All Might's here. And it contrasts the My Hero Academia thing that All Might shouldn't have made himself such a pillar that without him we're fucked. Because like you can see in this world, it's like everyone's just like, yeah, it's grand, All Might will sort it out. Like we don't have any real trouble, and he can sort anything out. Basically, is the way it is. Ridiculously powerful.
You can't. You need a different approach to take out the mastermind in this plot, i.e., a sniper rifle, bullet from a concealed position. When that doesn't work, you guys get up close and give him what for.
Because we actually get. I think this is the first episode we get number 6's name. Like I think
unless you've had the closed captions on, in which case you've known it for ages.
You'd see it then, yeah. Like he's literally on the phone. Your man calls him number 6, and he explains to his master that he is. I'm not even a guy. I'm an experiment. But I'm a big fan of your work, so I'm looking forward to if you could just give me your name officially in a public capacity, then I'll be the new evil O'Clock.
First of all, I'm not O'Clock anymore. I'm Knuckle Duster. Those days are over. Second of all, I've already got an apprentice. He's way nicer than you, I gotta say. Like he gets it a lot better than you. You're just like a freak who wants to kill people, and you just want to you're kind of like why doesn't Superman just just phone kill everybody and get it over with? He's so powerful that it's not the point. The point of Superman.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's talking about himself like O'Clock wasn't a good guy, and you're definitely not a fucking good guy. And and when your man realizes like you got an apprentice, you mean Koichi? Like that fucking guy? It's like, all right, man. Like
I monkey D-loop it myself. I cut my scar off my face just one like you got when I was a little like formless blob all the time ago.
That's the first thing I added to my face, a big scar to imitate your scar that goes across your face kind of thing. And it's just like, all right, I guess I'll just kill you and take your name officially. And because I can move super speed and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Whoop. And it's like, wait a minute, he's still talking. Wait, that's his voice. And the voice is on tape explaining at super high speed.
I did a recording about that, yeah. Because he knows all the annoying little things of being a speedster. Yes, all the little things that fucking throw you off your game. He knows them inside and out.
So it's
this
like
dude was growing a chew. He never let
a
live
super
it.
sped up tape that he has playing on the rooftop. I guess at all times while he was sniping him. I guess it was like really high pitched.
Yeah.
But now that he's going super fast about to kill the guy, he's like, wait, what the fuck? It's like so the thing about super speed, right, is that your reactions are way faster as well. So you're taking in a lot of information quicker. So for example, if you sped up a tape like really fucking fast, you'd be like your attention would be focused on it, and then your brain's going to fucking like short out from the thing because your attention's focused on that because you're trying to keep up with how fast the tape is going, like right fucking now. And it's like, oh fucking god damn it, he got me. He was monologuing, he got me, the villain. That's pretty good. Yeah. That just really clever setup with the guy, and also the fact that he's rigged the fucking 3 stories of this buildings with Semtex, so he can shoot them with a fucking gun while they're both falling to their death, presumably. Actually, no, he has a winch on. He has planned for the situation.
Yes, he has planned. He's got everything covered except perhaps that this guy's weird body and the quirk together allows him to regenerate super fast.
Also, he kept a little bomb man up his sleeve. Is the other thing he didn't quite count on. It's like, you had a little guy left. Okay.
But yeah, great episode.
It's kind of like, like this, like he's opposing Deus Ex Machina as to define in the opening credits. Like, All Might comes and sorts out that mess. And then Knuckle Duster, who we know has been around, but that was like been in the city. He's like, he throws up and he's going to sort out this mess.
I compared him to the Batman because it's the thing of like, if with enough time to plan, I could beat the Flash. That kind of fucking situation. And if I used to be the Flash, then I would definitely know how to beat the Flash. And you get that contrast of like, there's loads of nice contrast in it because you have All Might kind of going to Captain Celebrity. Captain Celebrity, it's an honor to meet you. I'm a big fan of your work. And Koichi going like, holy shit, fucking All Might, would you sign my hoodie? And he's like, absolutely, kid. And Captain Celebrity's like you're supposed to be like kind of in this situation. You're very much so my psychic, but you're the big fan of him, that kind of thing. And even that conversation gets contrasted with number 6 and Knuckle Duster, where it's kind of like, most people look up to All Might. It's like, but I look up to you because your power, you could do some fucked up shit with it. It's a nice parallels, and like you say, even the parallels of having that Deus Ex Machina of the different 2 sides of it.
Yeah, I think I'm still not sure whether I like the order. I still think they could have ended on the Eraserhead flashback, because in the comic the Eraserhead flashback comes after this part.
I think they could have if they tightened it. I'm glad it ended on this for the sake of it. Like we get back to the main characters, basically, is what this arc becomes. Like if it ended on the Eraserhead one at the 3 episode length that they did, I think that would be less satisfying as a season.
If it had to be there, it needed to be 2.
Yes.
If
absolutely.
It's going to do that.
Yeah,
it's important to do, but like, because it's not really like informing Koichi going into this or anything like that. It's just like, this is Eraserhead that's like thinking out loud, it's nothing to do with you, Koichi. And it's not like Eraserhead, like he's in this, but he's not like it's like anything that's kind of like tugging on his like his thoughts or his themes of his characters. It's like he's there to do Eraserhead stuff. He's like there's some deep connection to this part specifically.
Yeah, I mean, like Eraserhead is essentially like one of the many people who's the ensemble cast of this show. But like, and this getting his background just nearly informs his actions in My Hero Academia more than it does in this show, but a little bit in this, yeah.
Then we've got Golden Kamuy, episode 61, Bushido.
Dudes are getting messed up now. It's just like, it's we're fun. Rubber's really hitting the road here.
It's kind of all action. I'm trying to remember what bits happened here, because after I've watched
I even like your man saying, there's a lot, man. I even liked your man's thing of saying like the plan was to get them in limited quantities, because if they all rushed in at once, we'd be fucked. It'd be just free for all. But we have them in control situations, so this is a still winnable fucking fight. And we're kind of checking in on the multiple sides, including...
we're all kind of broken off into it. We're going to picking our partners now, picking our areas, and just going to go attend to them.
Including Okuda, like our sniper, kind of going like, if I take a shot, is that one sniper that's hunting me going to fucking find out where I'm shooting from and murder me instantly? Because he's going like, but I do want to kill a Usurper because she definitely has those things. And that would fuck everyone up.
Yes.
Like,
my problem is I watched this episode and I was like, I don't think they've got enough time to finish this in this series. And so I went and checked the manga to confirm that. And then I ended up reading the rest of the manga from this point on again.
That's the thing, like when you're cleaning books or whatever, it's like, oh, I'll just pick this up.
Yeah.
And then you sit down and read the whole fucking thing. Yeah, I know that problem. Or
look at
like
me reading Trigun earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Happened to me.
It's easy to fucking happen.
I'm
just going to do a little bit of research.
Quick check something.
No, you're not.
We do get Sarumi
You're going to have a good
going
time, but
further insane, masturbating a pump action shotgun repeatedly.
No, masturbating a pump action shotgun and screaming to his men, we're going to get in there and we're going to put our little men in there. And it's just like he's saying, like, dude, wording, like, come on, don't put it like that. All right.
The lads operate the cannon, they're all fine. Thereabouts.
Well,
Manser lost his hand, poor fella, but he's still there. So,
I love him as an incidental character because clearly he does not speak Japanese and he knows every time they say, oh, Manser got his hand blown off, and he's like, yeah, he knows they've said his name because he's heard his face
is
name.
great.
It's like it's not Mamoru Oshii style, but he's like a basset hound if he was made into a man.
Yeah,
his very soulful eyes.
I don't think his face has shown up in Dog's Red yet. I'm looking forward to when it does.
But yeah, the other guy's got his leg is broken, like it's not blown off or anything, but he is completely fucked up. Like and they're basically like, you guys get out of the fight. It's like, what are you going to do? I'm going to get in there and fucking fight with like.
I'm a crazy old man.
Got to go down because like I left Hichika behind once before. I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah. I'm there for the last stand of Shinsengumi.
Yeah. Tony bites it, saving Hijikata.
That was such a fucking good bit, man. I really enjoyed that because he's getting like
again.
He's Mr. President for Hijikata, and then like he's like, I'm gonna take this fucking foxhole. You guys get on. I'll hold the line. He's holding the line. He's still taking shots, but he's still taking out guys. And then he's like, oh, it's so peaceful.
Finally, it's quieting down, man.
And then cut to his slumped over fucking body. And I was like, fucking hell, that was hard, man. And we get to see other characters react to that, like even Usurper reacting to that later. It's like, oh, fuck, Tony's dead. Shit.
Sugimoto gets into a fight with the Bionic Man. Gets his
Nikaido,
but he gets into, like, our guy sees everyone he wants, except for Sugimoto. He sees everyone else he wants to blow up in one fucking thing, and he's stolen a bag of grenades. He's like, ho. The nipples on his hat get hard. He's that fucking excited. I love that visual. It's so weird. He gets one of his hat nipples shot off for his trouble of trying to blow him up. But Sugimoto is getting fucked up. But also, the more you fuck up Sugimoto, the more he like berserker mode, like he starts killing other people. He gets shot through the cheek, and even when your man deploys like the chopsticks, it's like, I got the chopsticks, and he just stabs him into his fucking face. And that just makes Sugimoto mad. Like he starts using that guy's leg as a gun to kill his own men. Yeah, it's very good.
There's like getting lobbed into the crater there, and like the bag of grenades, it goes off, and not that he's getting blown up, but it's like rocketing the bayonet up through Nikaido right and bisects him. So that
what he does is like Nikaido has he's put a grenade over his penis to completely blow up Sugimoto, while Sugimoto has him stabbed with the bayonet. But yeah, the explosion, Sugimoto drives him into the hole. The explosion from it drives the bayonet, bisecting him into two.
So we can one last point into looks like, brother, I thought I'd never see you again. We meet again at last. As the two halves of himself just like right up to meet each other.
Yeah, initially when he got like bisected, I was like, oh Jesus, that's fucked up. But then it's like a nice moment of it's like, oh, it's you, and the other half of him was like, oh, it's you, as your last thought. So he gets to see his twin brother.
Yes, and this is also one of those explosion happening behind you where you don't flinch for Sugimoto.
I mean, like presumably his back is filled with shrapnel. He's filled with like a lot of bullet holes at this fucking stage. So it's not really going to make that much more difference.
Tuesday for Sugimoto.
In the middle of all this, Kuito finally says, fuck you, Sarumi. Tsukushima,
Look, but the last straw was seeing the Maldi bean cakes in the press. It's like the hostage situation, the kidnapping from before, that whole charade.
Because it's Rumi's like, okay, you and my 2 number 1 guys are going to check out this shade for the fucking thing, and he's just like, yeah, I put it all together, right? Like I've figured it out. Like you just tell whatever fucking lie you want to tell, and this is after we see a shot of like the sailors going like, hey, where's the captain? He went down with the ship, and then cut to him going like, I would have worked for you anyway. Like you just had to fucking ask. You didn't have to fucking lie to me or anything. Like I'm a bounce. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And then Surumi turned into his now number 1 guy. Is like, now you're my number 1 guy. It's just like,
I only have you, Tsukushima. It's just you and me to the end of this, right?
What a horrible thing to be told by a horrible man.
Meanwhile, we get some more Hijikata flashbacks with Wilk. About
I did like the way that's portrayed. That it's like, how do I know you're Hijikata? It's like, how do I know you're fucking Wilk? It's just like, well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree and sort of see if we can feel each other out while I'm tattooing you. And Tony in the flashback is kind of like, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to listen for guards, idiot.
Why all the elaboration was because, like, well, Hijikata, like, if that is your real name, you seem like a stand-up dude, but I can't trust that you will like use that gold for the proper uses. So, I gotta do it this way, and to this way, my hope is it'll find its way to the person it's meant to go to, and it will use it for the proper purpose.
Yeah, like he left a clue that the real Hijikata would know about, but. Will
you be an ally to the people of Ezo or not? And when it comes down to it, more or less, yeah, he is.
He's for Japan, and that includes the Ainu. So the Ainu are included in his support.
And his vision of Japan is opposed to the people who overthrew him back in the day.
Yeah, it's essentially like a united Japan, but without like.
Acknowledging that you need to bring immigrants into the country to prosper.
Acknowledging you need to bring in immigrants. You don't need to like civilize the natives or anything like that. It's like no. We can all be different peoples as part of Japan. Like that's his vision basically.
And the other part of the conversation they're having is about the eyes, and because that's how he recognizes Usurper as being Wilk's child, despite the Ainu belief that the eyes are passed down through the mothers.
Because he's talking about like, how do I know you're Ainu because you got blue eyes, and it's like, oh, I got that through my Polish father kind of thing. But yeah, when we see that flashback to earlier in the series, him going like, you're his fucking daughter. All right, okay, so he knows he's on the right track.
Yes, and they've got to reiterate the eyes thing for some more dialogue later on, which I don't know is going to happen next episode, or whether we have to wait till whatever form the remainder of the series appears in. Whether it's a TV special, movie, or just 3 or 4 more episodes.
You could do it in a movie, perhaps.
Like 3 episodes would be like a Type 190. If actually you could do that would be 4 episodes, wouldn't it? But anyway, still, you could do it.
Yeah, I think you could, obviously they're going to do it.
They have to at this stage. It's like, no, it's fine.
Just leave it. They'll all hop on the train, and we just assume they all got home safely.
Well, if ideas try and shift some more of those mangas, we'll have people running to get those then to get the.
I liked the other part I liked is Shiraishi's maybe overly complicated plan, but not a bad plan necessarily. Which is to disguise himself as one of Tsurumi's guys, like pretend he's a messenger and run past, but everyone's going like, "That's Shiraishi, get his ass," because of course, that's just his luck.
A surplus in the bag he's carrying. It's like, no,
so be careful not to shoot a Serpa in the bag. Whereas like a Serpa's not in the bag, she's going to wait on the shore, and I'm going to pull her across with this rope that I have in a bag of rope back here. But unfortunately, he gets involved in like a samurai fight on the bridge on the way out. And he's like, fuck, sorry, Serpa, you're going to have to do it on yourself. And also he lost the bag of rope, which is fine because it wasn't the Serpa falling into the water. But
we needed that rope, though.
Kodo's like, I got to dive out and save this thing by Lupin swimming through the air in the middle of the samurai fight to catch it, and then he just gets a bag of rope dumped on his head for his efforts. And he's neck deep in a moat. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, Sugimoto comes through, and then our three main characters have finally joined back up again. Meanwhile, Sophia
is right behind him.
Been saved by all her men jumping on top of her.
All her men jumping on her to take the grenade. Yeah, fucking hell, man. That's... I appreciate the loyalty, but that's got to feel real fucking bad. Yeah.
I think that's everything that happened in a very eventful episode, and there's another eventful episode to come, and then we've got to wait however many months till winter, which could mean next January, could mean over the Christmas period, because sometimes there's lots. There's all that space quite often, isn't there, between in the last 2 weeks of the year that you can just perhaps shove a TV movie into to fill a gap.
Gather the family around on Boxing Day and
watch bad things happening on a train.
Yeah, the thing I do like about it, in terms of giving it that space, is like ending Golden Kamuy during winter, because it's always felt very like a lot of it's set in very wintry themed. So it's like it'll be on the right time of year. That kind of like it'll feel nice. Like,
and that section would work just in one section because it is all. It's going to be. They've announced it's called the Runaway Train, and it all takes place apart from the epilogue on that train. And boy, there's a lot of things happening on that train. I'd forgotten a key element that I was reminded of when I did my reread. I was like, how have I forgotten that? But we'll get to that months down the line. Next on the list is the best thing this year, Jujutsu Kaisen episode 59, Sendai Colony. I think this might be my favourite thing I've seen all year.
Still, like, even though I don't really like the way your one's powers was depicted, still probably one of the best looking things for sure. Yeah,
I think they did the best they could with the TV.
I understand. It's not gonna. Yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say now?
It's like the setup is very simple now. Like, we had like the four kind of like where we stalemate in the Sendai Kind before Okotsu came by and took out Drub, the dude at the bit with his power zero. Now they're all in it, and it's just like gets down to that, and it keeps it moving. And there's not a lot of like long explanations about how the powers work or what they do or what things like that. The cockroach even shows up, and it's like bigger. He's got some cockroach that shoots out little worms into your body. You just I see how that works. That's kind of gross, but probably very painful. There's no kind of lore attached to it or anything like that.
Yeah, it explains everything pretty simply. Like he even sets up like his motivations. Like I gotta, because he's trying to evacuate people at one stage, and it's like I gotta take out these guys because these guys have killed like a lot of people, so they're not reasonable with. So I have to fuck with their power structure by taking out one of them. And when he takes out one of them, the first guy who comes after him is the cockroach, cursed spirit. I was gonna say cockroach man, and that fight is fucking gnarly, because he says like, all right, I could easily kill this cursed spirit with reverse cursed energy kind of thing, but I don't want to reveal that to the other two guys who are presumably fucking watching and waiting to jump in on this, so I better not reveal I can do that yet. And for holding back, he gets really fucked up for his trouble by maggots like leaping out of him and shit, and it's like, Jesus, yeah, that's nasty. But the other two do jump in when the cockroach is taken out, and the very simple explanation of their powers, like, your man can shoot cursed energy from his haircut, and she can punch the sky. Done. We're all fucking sorted. It's like, what do you mean punch the sky? It's like, it's going to be very clear by everything she's doing that she can move space.
You can bend the space around her, like, so it can send like beams of energy right back at you, but it's like curving the space to go that way.
It is nicely enough depicted, like where she's literally like grabbing like mid-air and then pulling it, and then the background's getting warped, like she pulled a sheet that it was printed on. It's nice, but not as nice as it is in the comic. That's
it's just what they had to do, like, you know. And
I understand.
I think it's still effective. It's we want it to be different from the comic, so
there's no gutters in animation to play with, unfortunately.
She can't pull on the edges of the TV. It's just not. We don't have the technology yet.
Like shooters and letterbox have her like be pulling at the top of the.
That would do it. Yeah, okay, yeah. There's ways, but I get where they went with this, and it's fine. It looks good.
And the other fun thing is, you've got these two people who can talk, and a cockroach who can't. The other two people who can talk, who have simple powers, trying to figure out what the fuck's this guy, our hero? How the fuck does his power work?
It's the JoJo thing of where, from the villain's perspective, looking at the heroes like, how the fuck am I going to beat this guy, kind of thing. Like, yeah.
And it also helps, like,
shooting energy. Yeah, he's got like a ghost or Shikigami, but it's running from. That's kind of.
But I don't know what that does.
Setup.
Yeah,
he keeps pulling out moves, and it's like, where's he getting that from? It's this fucking hacks. How's he getting all this? Oh, you can copy any movie these cards them out, but must be a condition for doing it, or trying to figure out how the rules work. But it's too late because he's just coming at them like relentlessly.
And it also helps that none of them are evil, so to speak. No. What is it? Cockroach driven by cockroach things. They describe him as like the demon of the modern age, attracted to metal. It's like he doesn't know what he's doing because he's just a cockroach.
He's just there to eat, basically, like, and including trying to eat a crowd of people your man's trying to evacuate. But it's just like he's just going on base primal urges. Like, he's not necessarily evil.
Uro wants to start a new life because escaping her servitude that she had in her previous life, which apparently belongs to a family that Akutsu is a descendant of.
Like, you motherfuckers have come back for me?
1,000 years ago.
I'm done with you fuckers. Yeah.
Ishigori, he seems to he just wants to fight. He's like a Dragon Ball character.
Like, I had a pretty good life in the 1950s, actually. It was all fucking right, now that I think about it.
He's from 400 years ago. How he knows about cake shops again, it's very confusing.
It'd just be funnier if he was a greaser, man. But like, I like the idea. It's like, no, I had a pretty good life. I had a pretty good thing. But, you know, like, if life is a meal and I had a great meal, I like a little dessert. Like, it's like, let's fucking have a little more fighting. Like, I had a good fucking. That's the metaphor that he goes with the entire time.
Yes, because that's what stops Yuta from doing his original underhanded plan. He's like, I'm going to let this guy get his desserts, but I'm still going to underhandedly defeat him because I've got loads.
Oh, he wants a fight, does he? I'll give him a fight.
I'll give him because we're doing a beam fight. This is after he's taken care of Uro. They get into a beam fight, and they do the beams, and but yes, he uses that as distraction to sneak around and use her powers against him, and he deflects his own beam back up towards him and hits him after they've run out of power each, and they just get to a fist fight, which is like, this is his. Yeah,
it's funny because he throws the laser up in the air, and it's just like, all right, and now we're going to beat the shit out of each other, and it's just like, I was Bugs Bunny the whole time. It comes back down.
But
and hits him.
it's enough time for Ishigori to realize, like, oh yeah, this is what I could have had if I didn't just instantly defeat people all my life with my massive hair beams. I could have got to enjoy this dessert of a fist fight, and then. And he's like, okay, time's up. Hold you here. And I was going to hold you arms into the beam while you get completely knocked out. And then he wakes up and he goes, what? You didn't kill me? Yeah, I didn't kill her either.
Yeah, she complained about that 5 minutes ago when she fucking became conscious again. It's like, listen, just give me your points, dude. And the man's like, yeah, all right. I guess, like, sure, why not?
He's like, anything I say to her, she's going to take as a threat. Whereas you, I can get some points off you. You should thank my mates. Because
friends is good. He was having that conversation with her. It's like, listen, I know my ancestors might have done some fucked up things. Sorry about that, but like, maybe you didn't get a lot of friends the first time you were alive. I've only gotten a lot of friends recently. It's pretty cool. I would recommend it. She's like, fuck you, man. You're just here to hunt me fucking down. And clearly, he didn't finish her off after she got her arm chopped off and shit. So that conversation that happened off screen, she was like, all right, here's my points. But
I don't think she. Don't think she got her. No, he only got her his 100 points because he's got 195 at the end. He's basically.
I thought he got a combination of their points.
No,
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
He's been going around like, well, he would have gotten some points for destroying the cockroach.
Yes, I got the impression from his dialogue that he wasn't going to be able to ask her for points because he knew that she's going to take that. Anything she said she's going to take it as a threat.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't really matter. He's got 195 points now.
The fight's all really good. Like I thought I'd enjoy her powers more, like in the bending space, which was really cool. But then your man like punching him into a building and using his laser hair to like cut a slice out of the building so it collapses on them.
Yes.
That's great. And them all going like, let's all domain expansion at the same time. The cockroach is like, I'm still alive, motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm a cockroach.
Does
and
all of
jumping
theirs
in
like cancel out and like, oh, we don't, there's no domain expansion where we got to expand. Okay, in my domain, I get +1 to attack and +2 to defense. It's like, okay. They don't do any of that because they all cancel out. You gotta do this like old-fashioned way. We gotta shoot lasers at each other and punch each other.
Yeah, and the problem is Akutsu recovers real quick. I thought that's the main problem. Is he gets his skills back pretty quick after them expiring. It's just that 5-minute Ultraman timer with his. Well, is it a Shikigami that's taken on the personality of his sister rather than it actually being his sister? That's kind of how it gets.
I'm not sure it's clear. Yeah. I do like that your man when he's expends all his power.
I thought it was his girlfriend, not his sister.
Oh, is his girlfriend? I couldn't remember who it is.
His girlfriend. That's his
yes,
sister.
I'm getting mixed up with future plot points. Yeah, don't worry.
I like that your man, like when his power ran out, he has to fix his haircut. Like to form it into a cannon again.
Yeah,
that's a good visual. Yeah.
The important foreshadowing bit of dialogue is him going, I'm just going to get 600 points and I'm going to kill Kenjaku so Goji doesn't have to kill his best friend again.
Because he's going like, all right, I got enough points for like a rule and a half, like so, and we have to instigate these 4 rules, but I can just skip to the end boss, so that would be better. Yeah.
And that's it for this season. We will return with Charles Bernard, the terrible manga artist, whenever this returns. But hey, they did it. They didn't flop. It didn't fall. The production didn't fall apart partway through. They got it all done. Nope. I think it's helped because the first few episodes were for the movie they put out.
Yeah.
But this the action in this though. Some beautiful, as you say, it's easy to understand. It also helps that it's all taking place outside in daylight.
The very limited descriptions by the narrator of how exactly the power works, and at one point the cockroach, it just zooms in on, it's like he's got a cursed weapon, and it's like cursed weapon, head chopper, or whatever the fuck, I don't know, and it's just like, okay, so the cockroach has an axe, watch out. And like, that's fine. I don't need more explanation than that. Like,
yeah, I do like him copying the cockroach's power, biting into the cockroach.
Oh, that was so gross, biting his face, like, bleh.
I like how you even used like the dude he was off like in one scene like in the previous episode. Oh, if he's got like 2 of his Shikigamis around, they kind of form like a line in between him, and he uses that to just like, I can do that too. I can simulate that and just in a smaller scale around a person to really mess them up.
Yeah, it's Shikigami eats you, he gets to copy your power.
Or he eats you, seemingly with the cockroach.
Yes.
Because you take a bite out of that guy. Yeah.
Well, him and Yuji got a lot of talk about them. We both get our powers by ingesting things.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Well, he's the alternative protagonist in a different world, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. He couldn't be the main character and say, "No, I got a better idea of how to do that." Okay, hang on.
Yeah. Better idea of what to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, he comes across as the protagonist who doesn't want to be the protagonist, but in certain points he's gonna have to step up. Which specifically is, as he says, I don't want Gojo to have to kill his friend again, so I'm gonna do it.
I was the first one.
Yes. I'm more confident now about this. I know it gets super wordy later on, and I suspect we're going to have. But
it may not be able to fix every last thing because some of the downfalls are just intrinsic to the story itself.
Yes, but you do something like this episode, which is like 7 or 8 chapters in one episode, which is why it moves at such a clip. I feel like you could balance out the episodes which are going to be a lot of talking, which are probably going to be like 2 chapters worth of stuff, by then just going in, once we get into a fight, then we can go full throttle, plow through some content and make it exciting.
Is there no rules of the board game? Okay, it's our turn.
They have the episode that explains the fucking rules, but they have like these flashy PowerPoint presentations to fucking do it. So I mean, like once they have one of my favorite chapters where they're explaining legal definitions in Japan, and all the characters are like, but what if this happens? That's probably going to be really like they'll figure out a way of doing it fun because they've really this season's done a great job of like you say, just refining a lot of the flaws of the comic.
I think the Charles Bernard fight is the story is a good way to come back in because it is a funny character and the fight is absurd. So I think that's a good way for it to come back next time. But it is more towards the end of all this that we get a lot of that sort of Brian Michael Bendis Avengers storytelling where it's a lot of people sat around a table discussing things.
Rather than doing fucking things.
Yes.
yeah.
We're way off that because everybody's still in different colonies at the moment.
I just hitting at bits to come. It's like, oh, Fushiguro has been saved by an angel.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But we know about
that's the last bit we get.
Yes, because we've had Angel explained already.
But it's just like where are all our characters? Like our main boy is running with a comedian, like that kind of here's where all the players are at, basically.
Yeah. And obviously we get more with our comedian fella, who is the best character in this entire arc / manga for me.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy him thoroughly. So
it's a weird thing where the rules of the game, so to speak, not the actual game, but the rules of the game of the powers and stuff gets more complicated. But I feel like the actual story gets simpler.
Yeah,
because it's now just once
it's established the rules in the game and what everyone's trying to achieve, it's just like just start baiting each other, lads. And it's like okay, grand, we can understand it now.
It's sorcerer battle. We have sorcerers battling. Yes. How do we facilitate this?
Yeah. There's no high school politics and inter-school politics going on, Well, I guess there's some global politics later on.
That's kind of the detriment, absent of high school politics, there's actually real politics in there. There's actually it's trying to speak about some much social themes, but it kind of gets overshadowed by we gotta have some sorcerer fight in here. And some of those themes get a bit under-addressed or undercooked, and forgotten about.
I really do like the overall ending though of the manga, which puts me in a minority, I think. But I did reread the very ending again recently.
I was going to say, I'm curious as to what the anime only people are going to be like to do what the last comic, which is essentially what I thought the entire comic was going to be like. Just them solving another case, basically.
Maybe it'll build back up to that a bit better.
That could be the case.
It's all, as I said, it's all in the execution. Like this is it's the same stuff. We're presenting it in a different way, a different pace than that. Well, it works. This is what you come to do. It's doing things about Uro's power. The funny was better in the comic, but they're doing things in this episode and episode that they couldn't do in the comic. In terms of storytelling, in terms of just shot change and editing style, it's trying to guide your brain a different way than you reading it. So it's one of those things you want to see, where it's not just using fucking it's the exact panel of the thing and playing it too easy, playing it too precious and safe with it.
It's doing what we were talking about at the top of the episode of it's in the adaptation. It's actually refining and sanding down and streamlining a lot of that stuff, like the fight with Maki, that whole sequence in the comic is the initial version was super fucking unfinished and rough. Yes. It was nice for the rawness in parts, but it's so nice in this to see that fully realized with very high production values and that kind of thing. So you're seeing the finished product nearly, whereas in some cases the manga was still unfinished as it was coming out.
Then we got Ganglion, episode 24, Slap. Okimura he's going to do one better than apologize. He's going to resign.
I love that even going like, I'm just going to, like, the cliffhanger of last episode is like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, I just took this job to get my truck driver's license or my heavy vehicle
his commercial driving
license.
license,
Commercial driver license.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to miss these weird fucking minion chickens. But other than that, like, I'm not in it for...
Drive a bus in the country.
So we have the guy, everyone trying to be busy in the office. Captain Shadow, Colonel Shadow, like going like, "Wow, the new cards are in! Wow, this is great! That son of a bitch! I can see his ponytail on my fucking card."
Told him to get rid of that sideburns.
He walks in with his resignation letter, lifts up the top of Colonel Shadow's cowl, sticks it in there. He gets mad at him, and
you can resign. You're fired. He's like, good.
Yeah, and then slaps him. And then goes, deal with it. Go out and tell him what for, because he can't. It would be worse because you slapped me exactly when my son slapped me this morning. It's like, oh, you got to throw that.
So you feel a little bad for him. Yeah, like he deserves this slap, but not. He doesn't deserve to be beaten by his kid. He is shitty at work, though. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He's not super shitty. He's just realistically shitty.
He's just an annoying fucking boss, basically. That should have been, like, he was literally out of this position, and our main boy was probably going to be promoted in that position, but then it's just like, because he's in with the fucking higher ups, they put like, it's like, fuck this fucking guy, but yeah, our main guy is like,
back, but it's like we don't really respect you in the same way anymore.
Yeah,
no, absolutely not.
We've seen how low you can fall.
Yeah. Asobi goes out ostensibly to tell him off, but in fact goes, good slap, mate. Fist bump.
Want to get a beer? I know a place. It's like, yeah, cool, let's go get a pint. Yeah.
And they're about to get in the lift. It's like, I know a good Odin place. It's a bit of a walk, but sure, we'll be chatting and everything. It's like, yeah, cool. And he's getting a call from Colonel Shadow. He's just like, nope, not taking that now. I'm clocking off, basically. It's like, that's I assume, I don't know if this is the end.
I assume this is the end.
The working day is done. Henchmen wanna have fun.
It also ends with the announcer, or the commentator, whatever, kind of going, it's like, in this recession, which recession? 300 new hires at the company, because in a recession, the evil organization does very well.
It's a growth industry. Crime and corruption.
You get some medical coverage, man. That's a lot, right? In this economy, just kind of funny, and a good ending, because, like, this job sucks, but sometimes you get to see your boss slapped, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the ending based on is the end of this current season of episodes for most people, and they're doing loads of giveaways to get the signatures of various actors from the show, and there's no announcements of the news is not, oh, we got some more episodes coming. It's news is here's another giveaway.
But that's fine. I mean, it was only like a 1 or 2 volume comic anyway, so it was only somewhat generous. So
single volume.
It was also going to be a limited enterprise.
Yeah.
But it was a great little counterpoint to Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider. It's like, are you sure you want this job? Because, geez, some backbreaking labor in here, long days, like rough bosses. You know, it's hard out there for a shocker combatant, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just goes, Ayumu Watanabe will be busy next season with Akadibadashi and Witch Hatatalia. Or rather, I hope he was busy many months ago with those things and is not currently busy trying to finish them both off at the same time.
He's been fucking tapped for another thing coming out this year, actually.
Come on.
Let's see, what was it now? It was in the fucking paper just the other day. What is he at this time? It was something that was worth looking forward to. No, wasn't that. Damn it, I can't find where it was.
He's got a move. Is that a movie? No, that's from 2000. But he does have a movie as well. Freedom in the Sky.
Is he busy?
Yes, feature film Freedom in the Sky.
That was it. Yeah, I think they made that one.
Okay.
It might have even been another thing.
Oh, he's not doing this new Mickey Momo OVA, is he?
Fuck! I'm following a guy. He's doing like the countdown to how many days we have left to live, because they're re-airing Minky Momo, and you know when that ends, we're all fucking in a lot of trouble because it's cursed.
Not in Mickey Momo, I don't don't believe.
That was just the
Let's
first
see
thing
it
which
here,
came up
anyway.
when I looked for his name on the news and limited it to 5 days, but he does not seem to be in the actual article. Is he in this article? Oh, I've been blocked because that's a Japanese page.
What's been that movie? Yeah, which is like it came up like what in the things that were licensed or whatever that from the anime Japan thing.
No, he's directing the Mickey Momo OVA.
Do I write fucking Tojima Watanabe because it's showing all the same things that I know he's doing.
Yeah, Yumu Watanabe.
Oh, hang on, here we go. Yeah,
Deko Akao, known for their work on Komi Can't Communicate, will serve as director and writer.
I mean, he's doing so well. Why would you attach yourself to Mickey Momo? Like, and I guess to take a break, be attached
Mickey
to it.
It's an OVA, so it'd be limited length.
No, real world disaster. Like that's yeah.
50th anniversary of RC Productions is what it's celebrating. No, Mickey Momo is a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because it's got very funny cartoon stuff in it that she occasionally turns into character jobs that require to have guns.
Yeah. I've seen the things. Like one of the main images I think of her, if you look at her on Wikipedia, is her like with like a little spy kind of gun kind of thing. The adult version of her, the child version of her still is the magic wand. Yeah. I like Mickey Momo. I think I knew it as Gigi. I think that's what it was brought over here as back in the day. But yeah. But which of the two, as the point of comparison, did you prefer seeing Colonel Shadow getting slapped or Batman getting his ass kicked? Like which was more satisfying?
Well, Batman was like episode length of him getting his
ass kicked.
He's fun.
It's very drunk.
Winded, getting fucking guts pounded in.
Still,
I've seen Colonel Shadow like it's like come up with like numerous times. It's like he's
that's true. That's true.
But after a point, it's like we're just just kind of picking on the dude. Like I really got a sense from also what's his face, also Kabe. How large he is compared to some of the other dudes.
When he fucking stood up, I was like, I knew you were jacked, but I didn't know you were fucking a basketball player as well.
And he had a foot on this way at least. It's like, okay, that's actually, if you're at the dream hire we could have, we can't hold on to. You're meant for better things, clearly, to be the best damn truck driver this country's ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of really good stuff this season. Sad to see a lot of it go, but like there's too many other things, so it's fine. It's okay.
I did write a list out earlier on the Discord channel. I was like, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Somehow got to reduce that down to 6.
There's also the little things I've missed, like that journal with witches. Like, that's like I don't want to leave it so long that it becomes another like show Gekuku Rakugo Shinju, where it's just like that was like the best prestige anime of that year. It's like, I'm currently reading a comic up a Rakugo. I should probably go watch some of that. No, you haven't done that in all these years, and now the anime of that's coming out, and so you haven't done that. Well, maybe at least get this before the end of the year, then watch that. So. When will that happen for me?
Yeah,
when likely anytime soon.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still hoping that with the 10th series, this is the first time Butt Detective will get licensed, but I don't think that's happening for me.
Key number 10. Well, maybe these things coming out will all be shit, and we can just like free up some time.
Sure, definitely. That's definitely a thing that's happening. Right, we'll be back next time with more of the same, possibly new stuff. Because what will next times be? It'll be March the 27th to the...
Witch Hat Atelier will be available. Drops of God will be available. Go for It Nakamura-kun will be available.
Yes. Okay, I realised I've been getting these dates wrong for quite a while now. Did not correct it, though. So it will actually be March the
28th
to the 3rd. Yes. 28th to the 3rd. Yeah, live charts. Let's take a butcher's at what we might be able to watch then. Up to the 3rd. There's got Dr. Stone returning. Go for It Nakamura-kun. Petals of Reincarnation. That looks trash, but I am curious. perhaps if only for a panel I'm running again. Need to add more Florence Nightingales. Snowball Earth. That's it on my radar.
There was Demons of the Shadow Realm.
I think that's on the
action
4th,
thing.
So, yeah.
Is it? Okay. Well.
Yeah, Live Shark's got it at 3:30 p.m. British Standard Time on April the 4th. So I think the true deluge will be the following week.
Okay, so we get a slight reprieve.
Just on that Saturday, yeah. Just on that Saturday, we got Aruma Kono Kanibanashi and Demons of the Shadow Realm and Mao.
Come on.
Just watch Saturday anime and not watch anything else.
I would free up. I mean, like, it wouldn't free up that much fucking time, but it would free up a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Witch Atelier is the 6th. Liar Games the 6th. Marriage Toxin the 7th. Erin the Southpaws the 7th. Yeah, the following week is jam-packed. Kojima Wants When You Can Warble. Drops of Gods the 10th. We probably don't have to worry about that Fist of the North Star. Does not look good on any footage I've seen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a good job we don't have. Oh, we do have another Fist of the North Star. That's fine. We could just watch the original one or read the comic or play the video games. Because I feel like watching the thing is going to be like watching somebody playing a video game that somehow looks worse than the video games which have been released.
I'd like to compare it to the fitness boxing, which I've been doing for over a year now. So I wonder if that's going to look better by comparison because I'm more used to it. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Plenty to be getting on with. And what's carrying on for us? It is. Is there anything carrying on?
We are getting more polar opposites, but later this year.
That's in July.
Yeah. There's a bit of
I don't think anything's carrying on. Well, that's be good. So just Detective Conan if he comes back. Oh, I'll tell you what is also returning, of course, One Piece.
The new season of One Piece? Wow.
New season
how many years this one's going to last.
And we're also getting that special as well. The first of the heroines specials. There's loads of trailers for the new season of One Piece went up because it's like they're showing off Loki essentially.
Oh yeah, because they were bringing that in after the Netflix. Yeah, it's all sort of spaced out nicely, so you're never entirely out of One Piece throughout the year.
Anyway, second attempt. We'll be back more next time. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.